Today we're making 15-minute, 5-ingredient biscuits. They are delicious, fluffy, and easy to make. In fact, they're so easy, I even let my 6-year-old make them all by himself. So trust me, anyone can do this. We love to eat these with honey or jam, but my kids can never choose just one, and usually end up with both. I've been making these easy, fluffy biscuits for years. They're super delicious, super easy, and I love that they don't have any of the extra ingredients that you get from store-bought in a can. I'm a busy mom just doing my best to feed my family and keep up with all the dishes, so a quick recipe like this is a lifesaver. This recipe mixes up in 5 minutes, which is sometimes about how long it takes to get those tricky cans open, am I right? And then it bakes in 10, which means you can have a last-minute breakfast option or side for something like chili in just 15 minutes. Watch till the end and I will have a recipe that you can screenshot and save for later. Your 5 ingredients are all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, butter, and milk. A little note about the baking powder and the salt. I like to use an aluminum-free baking powder like this for health reasons. And I usually can't find it at my Walmart, so I get it online. And then for the salt, I like to use this Redmond extra fine salt. I think it's nice just to know, okay, even with the salt I'm putting in, it has a little bit of minerals, a little bit of health to add to what I'm making. I'll post a link to these in the description below, but for now, let's get started baking. Step 1, measure 4 cups of flour into your bowl. Biscuits are very forgiving, so don't stress about weighing and fluffing and scooping exactly. Step 2, add 2 tablespoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of salt and mix well. Step 3, chop, blend, or mix 2/3 cups of butter into the flour. Any temperature of butter will work for this recipe, but it's easier to work with soft butter, so you'll either want to chop it up if it's cold or soften it slightly. Here's a tip to quickly soften butter without a microwave. Fill a tall glass with boiling or very hot water for a few minutes. Then dump the water out and place over the top of a stick of butter that is standing up on end. Let it sit for a couple of minutes and then check. A little bit longer. The heat from the cup will soften it evenly. And here's where my favorite kitchen tool comes in, the pastry blender. I shared about this in my pie crust video, and it's great for biscuits too. It's great for cutting the butter and incorporating it into the flour. But if you only have a fork, that also works too. These are too big. This looks right. Step 4, add 1 1/3 cups of milk to the flour and mix well with a fork. After a bit, I usually switch to using my hands to bring it all together. Step 5, flour your working surface and spread out your dough. You won't need a rolling pin for this. Just squish down the dough with your hands until it's even and about the height you're looking for. The thinner the biscuits, the more you will make, but they won't turn out as tall, obviously. I like to keep them about 1 inch high. Step 6, cut out your biscuits with a biscuit cutter, a circle cookie cutter, or even the open part of a jar or cup. Pretty much anything will work here as long as it's round. Step 7, place on the tray and bake at 400 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. And step 8 might go without saying, but devour and enjoy. We love loading them up with butter, jam, honey, or all of the above. I hope you enjoy this 15-minute, 5-ingredient biscuit recipe. They're easy to make, fluffy, and delicious. They're such a quick option for breakfasts and sides. Pause now to screenshot the recipe. Stay tuned for my family's favorite holiday dinner rolls, just in time for the holiday baking season. They're fun to make and so delicious. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.